Thank you for tuning in to Tanaka TV, the best and future biggest fight channel on YouTube. Don't forget to hit that like, that comment, that subscribe button. We're trying to get this channel to over 2K by the end of the year, and we cannot do that, people. This channel cannot do that without your support. So thank you for those who support this channel, and thank you for those who will support this channel in the future. I truly appreciate it. Now, I might look a little bit under the weather. I might look a little bit tired. I might sound a little bit under the weather. It's because I am, people, okay? Work has been absolutely insane, and I know I haven't posted a video in a little while, but the show must go on, okay? The show's got to go on. I got to keep putting out content for y'all. So, there's been news that has come out about the UFC lifting the ban of the 12-6 elbow. Now, for those who don't know what that is, the 12-6 elbow is an elbow. So, to give you a little rundown, there's an elbow that goes here across the chest. There's an elbow that some people even throw downward and up. Now, there's an elbow that goes 12-6. That was banned in the UFC. I don't know how long. I think it's been banned pretty much for the entire existence of modern day UFC. Now, in the UFC back in the day, I don't know, everything was literally green to go pretty much in the UFC. Like, we had people like pretty much in sneakers fighting in the UFC in the cage, okay? You had a person weighing 130 pounds fighting a guy who weighed 215. You get what I'm saying? But for as long as I can at least remember, the UFC did not allow the 12-6 elbow. And for me, I always thought that the 12-6 elbow being banned was, it kind of didn't make sense to me. Now here's why, okay? If you're allowed to kick somebody full throttle in the head, why not have the 12-6 elbow? If you're allowed to pick somebody up and slam them on their neck, on the back of their head, why not allow the 12-6 elbow? Now, I'm all for allowing, how can I put this? I'm all for the protection of fighters. I do believe that there are things that you shouldn't be allowed to do in the UFC or in mixed martial arts as a whole, because yes, we're here to put on entertaining fights. Yes, this is supposed to be the closest thing to a real fight as possible. But there should be things in place that can help prevent, your brother, your mother, your dad, your son, your uncle, whoever this person may be to you, to not be a vegetable after the fight, to not be ultimately forever changed because they decided to compete in an MMA fight. But there is a flip side to it, right? How many rules can we put in place? How many things need to be in place in order to accomplish that? Because again, we are trying to simulate what a real fight looks like. This is not like boxing. This is not like even like a kickboxing or a Muay Thai fight. This is mixed martial arts. So the whole point of it is to be able to defend yourself and to be able to inflict damage in the most, in my mind, realistic fashion, closest to what a street fight would be. We are watching professional street fights. And so, for me, lifting the 12-6 elbow, I think, if I had to choose, am I for it or am I against it? I'm for it. If I had to choose between banning either the 12-6 elbow or slamming a person on the back of their head, ban slamming a person on the back of their head. Because, again, there are rules in place. And so, if you can't kick a person in the face while they're down because they aren't able to protect themselves, how is that much different than being able to slam a person on the back of their head? And again, you have defenses against certain things. Like maybe being slammed on the back of your head. Maybe you could prevent that. Maybe you can, it's easy to say, then don't get slammed in the back of your head. Learn how to fall. Brace yourself with your arm. All of those things I keep in mind. When it comes to being kicked in the face, maybe don't get kicked in the face. Maybe have measures of not being placed in that position. But again, it's easier said than done, people. And so there's a balance of allowing people to defend themselves and not playing this game of, I know this is a rule, so I'm going to do certain things in order to have it as an advantage, because that whole knee in the face, that whole kick in the face rule was kind of fishy, right? Because you would see fighters playing that game where they would be like, hands on the mat, hands up, hands on the mat. And you'd see people trying to like lift a person up to get their hands off the mat. And so as a viewer, you would see that as, okay, this is a game that isn't played on the streets. Whether your hands are on the mat, whether your hands are off the mat, you're going to get kicked in the face. And I get it. This is not a street fight. This is a competition at the end of the day. But where's the balance here? Okay, and I know Jon Jones has made a recent comment saying that, like, can I get my one loss, like, pretty much expunged? Can it go away, being that this ruling is now 12-6 elbows are now outside the window? Like it's gone. My viewpoint on that is, first of all, I don't think Jon Jones should have lost that fight to begin with. I think it was terrible refereeing. There was no warning. There was no there was no warnings at all, people. He did a 12-6 elbow. No chance of the referee saying, hey, don't do that. And he called it a disqualification, and that's why Jon Jones has that one loss under his record. And so, should it be expunged? I don't know. I mean, I think even before that this whole rule was taken out, he should have gotten it expunged anyway, because terrible refereeing can completely ruin a fight. We've seen it multiple times. And so, I don't know. I wouldn't be against Jon Jones getting it erased off of his record. But all in all, people, what I'm trying to say is, I think that it's a good move for the UFC. This has been a topic that has come up here and there pretty much over and over again. Because like I said, if you can get kicked in the face, if you can get slammed on your head, maybe the 12-6 elbow should not be a thing either. So comment down below, people, what you think about this. Do you agree with the fact that the 12-6 elbow should be in play? Or should it have stayed illegal? That's all I got for you guys today. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.